Yeah, and we're live. Zach, hello,
We are
you're
live.
here.
I am.
Zach, I'm also
We're
here.
here recording again. Yes,
We're doing
we are both currently here.
we're doing a Song of Ice and Fire dumb stuff again. And we're at the point where I have a list of comments that I wanted to reply to, but there's now dozens, so it's no longer feasible.
That might just have to be its own video, right?
It
We
might
just need
do.
to carve out time in our schedule for a comment response video.
I do want to say to one person whose name is Spider Egg. Spider Egg, you left a comment on the Patch Face video, and I went to leave a response, but I didn't leave a response. Instead, I deleted your comment, and now it's gone.
Jeez, what was the comment?
I don't know. I don't remember. It was long.
How did you delete it? Was that on purpose or on
No,
accident?
I didn't mean to delete it.
Is
I
there
meant
an
I meant to
undelete
do
function?
like a click more information sort of thing, and I clicked the button, and the thing popped up that said remove comment, and I said and then I pressed it. So Spider Egg, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I didn't mean
Wow,
to.
it's unfortunate.
Yeah, it sure is.
We'll have to call Susan at YouTube and ask if there's a way to restore comments. Hey,
Okay.
Susan. Susan, this is Zach.
Susan?
Co-host of videos on the Interesting Nerd Club, channel of 90 subscribers.
We have 90 subscribers, by
obviously-
the way, which
obviously
is
we are the
like
most important people
85
on
more
YouTube.
people than usually listen to me talk about nerd stuff.
This is. I'm surprised that we got this far. I'm surprised we still have theory videos left in us.
Don't you worry. Like, they're cooking in the back of my brain. Sooner or later they'll run out, but they're cooking right now. For example, Zach, I have a theory for you today. Would you like
have
to?
a theory for me today?
I do. I
I'm
have a
surprised
theory.
you're
For
watching
you.
your stream.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. Is it something? Okay, hit me with the theory.
Zach, while I'm doing this first thing,
Mhm.
would you remind the folks at home how the game is played?
Sure. The way this is played is you give evidence towards a theory without telling me what the theory is. And by just seeing all the little pieces of evidence you're later going to use to thread the argument together. I have to guess what the argument is, which makes me more likely to come around to it because I have to conceive of it on my own. That being said, we've done everything from I really believe this to it's kind of fun to I just thought it was a little off the wall and there was evidence for it. So piecing apart what is meant by the theory is tough at first because the other person doesn't know how serious to take it.
And Zach, it's funny. It's funny you say that because it actually occurred to me that I would love to add like a new meta to this.
Mm-hmm.
You get bonus points if you can guess what kind of theory this is. As we're
And we've done a lot of things. We've done characters having secrets in their background, all the secret Targaryens or stuff like that.
your secret identity theory, right? Your foreshadowing is a fun is a category for sure.
Fate characters, conspiracy sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Events have been set into motion.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, if I'm going to say after 5 clues, I'm going to ask you to guess what kind of theory this is. And if you get it, you get bonus points. It is Whose Line Rules, but that's fine.
So, Old Powers, Shadow Stir, An Age of Wonder and Terror will soon be upon us. An age for gods and heroes.
That should have. I completely botched the quote. Entertain the crowd.
Entertain the crowd.
We're not doing another take.
So it's and we're not doing another take. This is going. This is a quote in one of the chapters set at Old Town because it has Alaras, who is Sorella, and Pate, who is the fucking faceless man, listening to this conversation. And this is, I believe, he said by Leo, who I had to double check the full name of this person, but Leo also works with the Maesters at Old Town.
Correct.
I do believe.
This quote is from the prologue of A Feast for Crows. Another contender for the best chapter in the series. Mostly because of how well it sets up Alaras Targaryen, but that's a different video.
Is it not the case that every death in a prologue alternates between somebody being poisoned and somebody being attacked north of the wall?
Yeah, I guess it does. Wait. Yeah, I guess it does. You're right. That does technically line up.
So the prologue for the Winds of Winter confirmed starts with somebody being poisoned.
Confirmed.
Ooh, that's a video in itself. Who gets poisoned in the beginning of the Winds of Winter?
You know, it's funny you say that. I have a Winds of Winter prologue theory video cooking.
All right. Old powers waken, shadows stir, an age of wonder and terror will soon be upon us. An age for gods and heroes.
Oh yeah, isn't that a sexy line? Isn't that a good line?
So, do we want to talk about the time cycle theory?
Oh no, that is not relevant to what we got going on, and I'm flipping saving that. Right, we gotta.
Right.
That deserves its own. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you want to give a little bit of a teaser.
Sure.
To that wonderful nonsense.
We have both separately came up with the theory and then chatted about it, that there's like a cycle, a pattern in the history of Song of Ice and Fire where there's always a great destructive threat of winter or something of that sort, and that there'll always be an age where new heroes rise up, and we're about to hit a new age of heroes that will completely undo everything, and the world has to basically be restarted from scratch. And in that context, the ending from the Bad Dragon show makes a lot more sense. But that is for a much longer video that we're not doing today.
Sometimes I forget that is our name for Game of Thrones. I also want to note, I re-listened through the Craster Targaryen video, and right near the beginning, you say, but that's from the Bad Dragon show, and we don't talk about the Bad Dragon show. And Zach, we do. We do talk about the Bad Dragon show.
We do talk about the Bad Dragon show a lot. Also, I realize we have another another company we need to reach out to sponsor the channel.
Okay.
Which is Mermaid Spirits, who have kept us inebriated for some of these videos. They make a damn good cinnamon whiskey.
Oh, marvelous. All right, Zach. So what are we thinking here? What are we thinking? I understand that this is not extraordinarily helpful in a broad sense, but I assure you, it is more relevant in this context than it is in most, for sure.
So let's we get into the idea of gods, the idea of heroes, potentially the Age of Heroes, and we get to Doran. We get a little bit of the Sand Snakes potentially working with Doran Martell, potentially doing their own thing with some sort of plan. And Pate, this is the prologue, so he is not yet a faceless man in this one. He will be soon. That's a lot that could be going there. I could pull on any of those threads. Is there any thread I ought to pull
on? Yes. Yeah. One of those threads is definitely the thread. Okay. I would roll for the former. I would roll for the gods.
So
I have gods and heroes.
I have an interesting theory about A Song of Ice and Fire, which is I've heard that this was posted ye olden times when the fourth season of the show had just aired. I heard somebody speculate that there are no gods in A Song of Ice and Fire. And that was interesting to me. And I've been hatching this theory in the back of my head that there actually legitimately are no gods in A Song of Ice and Fire.
Now hold the phone here, bud.
Yeah.
How defend this position? Also, we have 2 more videos to go through. Do we want to do this tangent?
I'll be quick. Faith of the Seven, just complete fake. We've seen basically no miracles on their part. Everything with the old gods is Children of the Forest, psychic magic shit. Everything with R'hllor is powers that certain people have genetically, or through other methods, or that there's an atheistic kind of magic that they've tapped into. The warlocks drink wacky drugs that make them do wacky shit. The drowned god is some other sort of like pseudo magical thing that humans can do under certain circumstances. Yada yada yada. There are no actual gods. It's just things that humans can do.
Ding. I'm sorry, the god of the Ironborn is called the Drowned God. It is a creature of the deep. Father.
Yeah, it could just be a psychic connection with a powerful, but not necessarily godly being. Much in the same way that, dragons are part of the old Valyrian religion.
Baby dragon, Yug. Baby dragon, Yug.
Can't wait for our Yu-Gi-Oh! theory videos.
Oh boy, is it time for a full Yu-Gi-Oh! Rewatch?
Joey Wheeler is a secret Targaryen. The reason he cared about his sister so much. Never mind.
Brooklyn Rage.
I hope you didn't hear that joke, because the audience certainly did.
Oh boy. Don't make me edit things.
It was a Targaryen joke. You can guess where it went.
Oh no. Oh no, not the blind person. Anyway,
Eamon wasn't the only.
This is Zach. Come on back on track with me. What are we thinking here? Oh, by the way, while we're still early in the video, YouTube Analytics keeps reminding me that I have to remind people to like, comment, and subscribe at the beginning of the video, and I keep reminding them to suck a dick, and we're both kind of at an impasse right now. Neither of us has budged so far.
I was gonna say, post in the comments that he's recently sucked a dick, but based on one of the comments we got where we asked people to name adult film stars that would fit really well into houses in Song of Ice and Fire, and someone provided really elaborate details on that. I think the potential that somebody is going to comment as soon as this comes up, I sucked a dick 5 minutes ago. Actually, I suck a dick every time I watch your videos, stuff like that. That could be true. That could just be all of our comments underneath this.
Please describe to us in the comments who your sex god is. In A Song of Ice and Fire, there's the god of the Summer Islands, right, with 16 teats, the god of tits and wine. Please tell us who your god of body parts and alcohol is. Explain that to us in detail while we do the rest of this video.
Yes, I will post my comment about the goddess of cosmopolitans and really pretty eyes.
Zach, I had no idea you read such good magazines.
Yes.
Zach, would you?
That's where I get all my sex tips from. That's why all my partners are dead.
Oh no! You know what? Just stop watching the video. Just go away. Zach, tell me more about A Song of Ice and Fire, please. Tell me more about A Song of Ice and Fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, we have the Drowned God here. So, old powers awaken, and the Drowned God here has me thinking we're in another Lovecraft tier theory here.
Interesting.
So, if I recall correctly, there was some water-based shenanigans that happened after the death of Balon Greyjoy, which may have been a Kraken awakening, although that might also be Euron's fault, because anything spooky and water-related is usually Euron's fault. Although there is a theory I read at one point that a Balon Greyjoy has been reincarnated as a Kraken, which is a fun theory. But let's talk about gods more. So there's the Drowned God. There is the Faith of the Seven, which is one god with 7 aspects. There are the Old Gods, who communicate through the Weirwood network. There is R'hllor, who is the Lord of Light and likes burning things, depending who doesn't. And then you get into the interesting stuff over in the East with the Warlocks, who, by the way, Euron captured one of the Warlocks and has them tied up in his boat.
Oh, yeah. Didn't he cut his legs off? He cut Pyat Pre's legs off and tied him to the mast?
Something
that stuff is hardcore.
Yeah. He's a rough one to deal with, that Euron.
Yeah. Zach, tell me more about the religions of the East.
There's the Harpy that we get over in Meereen. There's quite a few other ones that have a map up. Maybe I could remember some of them, but I don't.
Zach, I think that's a ding, for sure.
Okay.
The Great Pyramid of Meereen features I think it's bronze. I don't have it written, but we're going to say bronze statue of a giant harpy.
Interesting. So now, the interesting thing here is that, like, certain fantasy creatures do exist in a song. Direwolves exist. Dragons exist. But, like, we haven't seen a harpy outside this sort of, like, religious adherence to related things in Meereen. And we have not actually seen a Kraken exist. Well, the implication has certainly been there from the beginning. So perhaps is this something to do with fantasy creatures in A Song of Ice and Fire? This theory?
In a manner of speaking, yes. Although not your run-of-the-mill fantasy creatures, and not principally fantasy creatures. There's another half we haven't started to touch on yet. Can you remember? I'll let you roll. See what you dig
deal
up.
me a card.
Oh, sure,
Deal
absolutely.
me a card.
I'm rolling.
I think I'm on to something, but I need a little bit more data.
I rolled and I got an 11. Oh, this is one that is reused.
Reused.
I can spell. Colossal. A colossal stone hill beside the sunset sea. It is popularly believed to resemble a lion in repose.
So, lion in repose could be a sphinx. Is an interesting thing.
Zach, I don't have any sphinxes on my list, but I sure could.
The other thing of note is that massive, intricate castles inside hills that also function as mines is a fantasy dwarf thing, not like a Tyrion Lannister has dwarfism thing, like a seven dwarves, like a people who travel with hobbits and get hilariously drunk sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you could also make the argument that the children of forest are kind of elf-like as well.
Okay.
There's definitely some lineage there. This lines up well with a theory I have. I think I can guess now. This is backstory of the world that A Song of Ice and Fire takes place in. Theory.
Zach, no, this is not
Really?
a backstory theory. A fine thrust. Would you like to? Yeah, if you want to, after the next card or ding, you can take another guess.
See the. This is a. Deal me another card because I'm a little bit lost.
Sure, I'm rolling. I've gotten an 8.
8.
I'm not sure this is going to help you. This is a quote. In the old times, whenever Bravos stood in danger, the Titan would step with fire in his eyes. He'd wade into the sea and smash his enemies. And that is Ternesio Terrace to Arya.
Titan would step with fire, wade into the sea and smash his enemy.
Actually, Zach, I think I lied. I think that...
How did you lie?
I think that this... I think you rolled one of the big clues. One of the triple star clues. There it is.
Isn't there a statue of the Titan in Bravos?
There is. Yes, that's the Titan
like
he's
Colossus
referring
of Rhodes
to.
sort of thing?
Yes, it stands with its legs apart, guarding the entrance to the bay that Bravos sets in. And whenever you need to sail into or out of Bravos, you need to sail between his legs. And Arya describes looking up, it might be Sam that describes looking up and seeing all of the holes from which you can drop pitch onto people's heads. And Ternesio describes it standing and walking into the sea to fight ships.
Is this a statues? Wait. Hold on, I'm gonna say something and see if it's a ding. Awaken dragons from stone.
Oh, wait, hold on. Hold the phone. Oh no, I don't have the stone dragon quote on here. I should. Hold on, I'll find it. Keep talking.
This is interesting. If you're going for a living statue theory, because the idea of the being like a Voltron ending to A Song of Ice and Fire, where they combine the lion that is Casterly Rock, the harpy that is Meereen, the Titan in Bravos, and the Kraken of the Ironborn or whatever into one giant fighting mecha, would be a wonderful ending.
Azor Ahai shall be born again amidst salt and smoke to wake dragons from stone And hold on just 1 second. I have... This was on my list, but somehow it got lost, and I'm going to go ahead and combine it with another one that just goes with it. Zach, when you hear Waking Dragons from Stone, what do you think?
I've heard so many different interpretations of Waking Dragons from Stone. It being a grayscale sort of thing, it being what Dany did with the eggs, it being related to the others and their control of dragons. But it could also be a statue coming to life, I suppose.
And those are the thoughts of Mace, thoughts of Crescent, that's fine. Dragonstone was grim beyond a doubt, a lonely citadel in the wet waste surrounded by storm and salt.
The west surrounded by storm and salt.
I'm just gonna...
Tom, is this a statues coming alive theory?
You're very much on the right track, but oh no, it's way stupider than that.
Dragonstone. Wake dragons from stone.
Zach, I will say we're a lot of the way there. You wanna... Why don't you...
Is Dragonstone made of dragons?
No, Dragonstone's not made of dragons. Though I do like that idea.
Dragonstone is just fossils. It's an entire island built on fossils.
Zach, you were talking about Casterly Rock. And
yeah.
How impressive it is, right?
Yes.
Talk more about that. Casterly Rock is very impressive. Dragonstone is very impressive. Talk more about that.
So they're technological marvels. They're built in such a way that it's almost incomprehensible they were built by the same people we see in A Song of Ice and Fire just basically existing, because like the upkeep in it itself is like super hard. And it leads the idea, and something like the wall, for example, just could not be built. Like, nobody knows how it was built. This reminds me of one of my favorite little bits of hardcore history, which is in the King of Kings series, a hardcore history podcast by Dan Carlin, by the way. Very good. I'm sure everybody on the internet has already told you that.
You can mark that off on your Interesting Nerd Club bingo card.
Yes. Mention Dan Carlin mentioned. We haven't mentioned Star Trek yet, but we'll get to that, I'm sure.
Well, no, there it is.
There we go.
You can also mark off a reference to a bingo card on your bingo card.
Bingo card, Star Trek, hardcore history, Bad Dragon, alcohol. Specifically, cinnamon whiskey.
This tangent brought to you by the new Bad Dragon line of lubricants.
We need a Bad Dragon dildo that shoots cinnamon whiskey. Like that. That's the ultimate sponsor for this show.
Bad Dragon lubricants for when you have a piece of evidence that just doesn't fit.
It plays Star Trek music and Dan Carlin quotes when you use it.
Zach, you were talking about Star Trek? Dan Carlin.
Dan Carlin. I was talking about Dan Carlin.
Uh-huh.
He talks about how there's a story in ancient Persia where these people ride up into a city, and because technology wasn't just a slow incremental like move up, and knowledge was not necessarily always passed down from generation to generation. They go into a city and it is beyond what they can comprehend, and they don't even know how it was built. That is a lost art to them. And there's a lot of things in A Song of Ice and Fire that seem like that. Like, nobody would know how to build Casterly Rock on their own. In a lot of these other buildings, it feels like we don't see people with the engineering skills necessary to build these sort of things.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the wall. The wall being the most obvious. Like, this had to be built by somebody who knew magic or an insane amount of engineering.
I don't have the wall on my list, because although it would be funny, and we can talk about why later. Keep talking to me about technological marvels.
Technological marvels.
Because there's an unusual amount of them in this story.
Yes.
Joking aside, there's a lot of high technology in this story.
Well, there's the good old Storm's End is a nuclear reactor theory.
Oh yeah, hold the phone. Yep. Please continue.
There's the hammer that shattered the arm, which, if existed, is like beyond what anybody is capable of doing, and something similar was attempted at the neck. Hold on 1 second.
Seems far beyond what the first men were capable of. And then it goes on to talk about how the high art that is needed to make the wind, not even the wind can find purchases, is incredible. Yeah, there we go. And Zach, you mentioned the Hammer of the Waters?
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Yeah, that is also on the list.
Excellent.
Keep saying words.
Oh, wow. What else is there in terms of interesting things in terms of technological progress that seems to have been missed? I guess you could consider the death of dragons is part of that. There's also whatever's going on in ET, there's like rumors of all sorts of things there. Shy has some interesting qualities as well. There's also a just insane amount of ruined cities, especially outside of Westeros, but even in Westeros, there's just so many places that have been ruined forever for a very long time that have never been fixed. Summerhall, we sort of know that was a more recent thing. Harrenhal, that was a conquest thing. But oh god, my alarm's coming off. Yeah, that is like best we can tell. Evidence that there was some cataclysmic events in the past of the world, which
just on the subject of the Hammer of the Waters here, real quick. I have another quote that I'm not going to reproduce in full. Gathering in their hundreds, some say on the Isle of Faces, and calling their old gods with a song and a prayer and a grisly sacrifice. And the old gods stirred, and the giants awoke in the earth. And all of Westeros shook and trembled. Great cracks appeared in the earth, and hills and mountains collapsed and were swallowed up. And then the seas came rushing in. And all of Westeros trembled.
Where the hell are we going here? Tom, deal me a card.
Okay.
I'm making good time on this.
Yeah. I got a 16. Oh, okay. Yeah. This one goes up at the top. The Toad Isle. In the Basilisk Isles is named even for a great soapstone idol of a toad. And this one goes at the top. Yeah, you can go right there.
Uh,
I'm going to write the Hammer of the Waters. I'm going to put it right here. We're going to do a little bit of this. Yeah. We're going to do a little bit of this. Come here, you. Yeah. Yeah, how's that?
can't
Boom.
believe much as I don't like the show much out of specific episodes. I'm reminded of a Family Guy joke.
Okay.
If only we weren't using like something better for scaling images down instead of paint, so I could just send you an image and have you put it underneath the Toad Isle thing, the golden statue of the cereal mascot frog from that one episode. That's immediately where my mind went. One of the few funny jokes that I remember from that show.
All right, Zach. I got a couple more here. I have, let's see, I have 10 more clues, but and most of them are pretty directly or thematically related to the things that we have here, for sure.
So let's talk about statues. There's statues in the Crypts of Winterfell. There's statues of the Faith of the Seven on Dragonstone. There's statues in Vasta Thrak. Actually, I think there's giant horse statues there.
Oh yeah,
with the Dothraki religion.
In fact, in the books, Phi Dothrak is way more hardcore than in the show.
Yeah.
Do you remember this the God's Way, I think they call it?
No, I don't.
Oh, dude, the most hardcore place in the show. The Dothraki have this thing where they'll steal gods. They'll conquer a place and then take their gods. They will drag their gods. They will drag like the statues of gods back to Phi Dothrak. And they have a God's Way filled with broken gods, which is the most hardcore shit in the world.
Exact same episode of Hardcore History that I was referencing earlier. That's a historical thing. One of the ancient peoples that controlled part of Persia back in the day did the exact same thing. And since some of those statues were actually legitimately worshipped, it was like legitimately, we stole your god. He gets to sit in our treasury.
Yeah, it's like a got your nose kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah. No takesies backsies.
I'm trying to like bridge the got your nose and like the term Gnostic into a joke, and it's just not clicking.
Not your goes.
Gnostic.
Welcome. This is the part of the show where we say syllables. Gnostic. Gone. Nose.
We're dangerously into like Ligma joke territory here, so we gotta pull back.
I think you mean pull out. Zach, talk to me about this stuff.
I mean, I'm surprised I didn't get any dings from that, but there's.
I did think about Phi Dothrak, but I couldn't make it work. It's certainly thematically connected, but I couldn't make it work.
Giant statues. None of the giant statues I just listed count towards this theory.
Nope.
Is this not a giant statue theory?
Zach, would you like a hint?
Yes.
It's not a giant statue theory. You're thinking too small.
I'm thinking too small. Is this like a interesting? Was the world like crafted out by a singular person? Is this Is the world of A Song of Ice and Fire like one of those like guys who has like a whole like model train station in his basement sort of thing?
No, too small. Too big. You're thinking too big.
All powers awaken, shadows stir. Age of wonder and terror will soon be upon us. An age for gods and heroes.
Yes, I sort of with this theory, I kind of reinterpreted what an individual might call a god.
Does power reside where man thinks it resides, Tom?
Oh no, certainly not. No, power resides in very specific places in this theory.
I was hoping you were going for the praying for something turns it into a god theory.
No, we're not going Warcraft. We're not going Warcraft here.
Okay.
We know.
That's more 40K, but yeah.
I've Warhammer. Shut up, you nerds. Fine. Fight me in the comments. I'll see you all down there. Sorry, I'm not a War Games fan.
Okay, that's fair. We'll someday do a Warhammer podcast where it's just me talking about the lore that I sort of remember from because I play orcs, so I don't need to pay attention to it, and you're just sort of like nodding along audibly.
Damn it! There goes one of my puns for the next pun episode: Warhammer of the Waters.
It's just a guy with huge pauldrons.
Yeah, it's just pauldrons the size of cities.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah. 100%.
Okay. I am lost here. Like, okay. Like, the world is a model train station is too large.
Yes.
The statues are going to come to life is too small.
Yes.
What the fuck is in the middle of those?
Now, the statues are going to come... This is not statues exclusive, right? But my focus is not on things like the statues in Winterfell, which are smaller than the what is it? The Titan of Bravos. My focus is not on that side of the Titan.
Interesting. So how these big things get built is, I guess, the question here, right?
Oh, that is a question. That is a question.
So there is a guy who's named Bran the Builder, who built things. He presumably built the wall. He built, I believe, Winterfell as well.
Yeah, I do have a Winterfell quote on here. Yeah.
Is it about how Winterfell is built? Because I believe there's some interesting things about its construction.
It's not, but go ahead. I did think about putting that on here. I just had too many. Go ahead and talk about it.
Winterfell is not like the other cities, and it's not a massive castle get up, from what I understand. Let me double check before I make myself look like an idiot in front of our beautiful and wonderful audience.
No, you commit to it. You commit to it right now. As long as you're confident on the internet, no one will ever question you.
It is castles, but instead of being like a more citadel sort of thing, it's like a town with two massive walls around, which are built around woods that are part of the castle. And I believe there's other things naturally there that make it a more livable spot than the surrounding wilderness. If I recall, there's like a water source built in, hot springs or something like that.
Oh, yes. As a matter of fact, that would have gotten you this ding that I'm typing right now.
I wonder if that's actually just a built-in hot tub system that Bran the Builder put in there. And
for his parties.
And if that Bran the Builder is time-traveling Bran, that would make it a hot tub time machine.
Got him, by the way. We're going to stick that one right there. That one also goes on the top. We can have a conversation about it not going on the top, but it's going on the top.
Great winged snake whose roar was a river of flame.
Oh, we talked briefly about... Did we talk about the Isle of Faces? Fuck it. Fuck it, we talked about the Isle of Faces.
We talked about the Isle of Faces. If you go back and check when we didn't talk about it, we actually were.
Yeah. Rewind the video. You will find that it is you that is wrong repeatedly.
Correct.
No. It's the viewers who are wrong.
Yeah, leave a good comment about that. We might accidentally delete it.
Is an old god's worship spot covered in weirwood trees in the god's eye. Yeah, there you go. This one is also going on the top. This one's going right next
I think I know the theory.
This one's going right next to the frog. Would you like to solve the puzzle?
I think all the gods are actually on Westeros, and they will all literally actually wake up.
Oh, Zach, ding! That's half of the theory. Zach, ding. Zach, absolutely ding. That is the top half.
The top half is that the gods will actually wake up.
Yeah.
Is the other half that they're the bad guys and they need to be fought?
That is part of it.
It's the age for gods and heroes. The heroes will fight the gods. I think I've solved the puzzle sufficiently.
Oh no, Zach, you most assuredly have not. Oh no.
There's more.
The most fun bit is collected here in the bottom.
All right.
When you say,
do I get any additional dings from solving that half?
Well, you get a whole lot of nerd points, but no, you've solved the top half. The bottom half still awaits, and while you're trying to puzzle that out, I'm gonna fix this floose.
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 I noticed that. I was like, floose. Didn't want to change it.
There's a cat being mean to another cat behind me. Hold on one second. Get in the
Cat
position. Hey, you cats, stop being mean to each other. No, don't snuggle with me. Go away. Okay, fine. Okay. All right, Zach. So, I'm gonna draw a couple of arrows here, right? I'm gonna draw some arrows. So, we have this sentence about old powers wakening, right? And we can draw some lines between that and this. Zach, what do we think that this one is?
Old powers awaken. Casterly Rock is going to come alive and be a giant, lion monster.
Yeah. What do we think that this one is?
The toad on the Toad Isle is going to, in the Basilisk Isle, is going to come alive and do giant frog things.
Yeah. Okay, so now down here at the bottom half, you said...
It's Dragonstone made of dragons.
You said fight the gods, right?
Yes.
I don't think that Dragonstone is on the bottom here, right? Which is now canon.
Yeah.
Dragonstone is on the bottom half of this.
Yes.
I don't think that Dragonstone is connected to this top half up here. I think
there's statues of the seven on there that get burned by Stannis.
That is true. That's not what I'm looking for, though. That's not what I'm looking for. I think that Dragonstone is closer to this over here than it is to this stuff up here.
In the old times, whenever Bravo stood in danger, the Titan stepped with fire in his eyes. He'd wade into the sea and smash his enemies. Dragonstone was grim beyond a doubt, a lonely citadel in the wet waste surrounded by storm and salt.
I'm gonna throw a couple more out while you're puzzling. I got some good ones.
I'm curious. I don't know how Dragonstone ties in here. Other than maybe it's like a bunker to hide out from the gods fighting, or it's a place they use to no, that's really it.
I have added another one to the bottom here. The Castle of the Eyrie rests atop the Giant's Lance.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Titan of Bravos going to waltz over across the narrow sea to grab his lance, step on the Dragonstone to dive into the water and spear the drowned god? Is that the one fell swoop you're making here?
Zach, no.
Is it a spear fisherman sort of thing?
Zach, no. No. Would you like me to thread the gap here for you, or you want to keep going for another minute or two?
Please thread the gap for me. This is beyond my comprehension.
See, the trouble here is, Zach, that you are operating under the assumption, the flawed assumption, that the Titan of Braavos is the only mech.
Are you saying there's going to be a mech fight here? Are you saying that Dragonstone is built on a giant robot?
Zach, what if I underline the word hammer here and then underline the word lance?
So the hammer and the lance are, giant robot weapons. That explains why they're able to break so much ground. They are like huge mecha. This is like some like Tenga Topen Gurren Lagann season 2 sort of shit.
Zach, there's all this mystery. There's all this mystery surrounding what the purpose of Storm's End is, of the castle under the high tower, of the Eyrie, this incredible fortress. Zach, I think that it's obvious.
They all combine together into a giant robot.
When Tormund says, I'm sorry, when Jon Snow remembers, and Joramun blew the Horn of Winter and woke giants from the earth. The giants are giant robots, Zach.
I love this theory. I'm sold.
Now, Zach, I want you to picture like Moat Cailin. I have Moat Cailin on this list, right? Picture Moat Cailin, this ancient, decrepit castle. Like Theon Greyjoy going back to Moat Cailin, finding the controls, and Moat Cailin stands up and he picks up the Hammer of the Waters, and then he goes into battle against the Drowned God.
Oh, this is the Pacific Rim theory.
It's the Pacific Rim theory! Zach, we got there! It's the Gundam theory!
This is great, yeah.
Yeah!
The gods will awake and the heroes will fight them in giant robots.
Yeah, they're gonna fight them in giant fucking robots, Zach.
I'm sold. Make the YouTube thumbnail. We're fucking done.
Daenerys is gonna come back. She doesn't need fucking dragons. She's gonna be on Drogon. But Barristan Selmy is gonna climb to the top of the pyramid of Meereen. He's gonna climb into the Harpy and he's going and then he's going to sail to Toad Isle and do battle with a giant frog.
Yeah.
When Melisandre says, wake giants from stone, what she means is Stannis, Lord of Dragonstone, is going to pilot Dragonstone.
Get in the fucking robot, Jon Snow.
I don't want it.
I was hoping that.
And Zach, I have very good news. You may be wondering to yourself, Tom, what would that look like? And I have good news, Zach. I asked around to some artist friends.
Oh no!
If they would do a rendition of this, and they all said no, so I did it myself. Please allow me to introduce you to the siege at Moat Cailin. The Hammer of the Waters used at Moat Cailin.
It's not a bad drawing.
As you can see,
This is my favorite theory out of all the ones we've discussed.
As you can see,
There's no way in hell it's happening, and I'm mad. This is a better ending
as
than,
you can see
than
up
I've
here,
ever heard.
this is the entire castle of Moat Cailin on top of this happy dinosaur. As you can see up here, and this down here is the hammer. You might not be able to see this perfectly at home, but that's fine. Wait, hold on. Hold on. We're going to stretch it. Oh. Whatever. Right. And Zach, so that's the siege at that's Moat Cailin, right? That is the historical use of the Hammer of the Waters.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
you may be wondering, what might this look like in the future?
Okay.
And I might say something like this.
That's a really good drawing. Did you do that?
I did, yeah.
That's impressive. Move the screen over a little bit so you can get the whole thing.
Hold on,
there.
let's see if we can. Oh no! Oh no! Hold on. Okay. Hold on. We're gonna do one of these, right? We're gonna do this, and we're just gonna have to edit this bit.
Yeah, you can just cut to the image being in there, right? I guess you don't actually need to stream that part. That's impressive.
Yeah, and Zach, you may have been wondering, like, that's the right. This, as you can see, is the Isle of Faces.
Yeah.
Right, come alive, in service to the giant kaijus that we now understand are sleeping under Westeros. And over down here, we of course have Storm's End as piloted, I assume, by Gendry. I assume this is piloted by Gendry. This is
it's more of like a, it's more of a like a Voltron thing, like a all form the head sort of ordeal. I think that's our first MC Frontalot reference. Where like Gendry definitely powers the like cannon arm. I think Gendry. Wait, no, sorry. The other one. Who's the
Edric Storm?
Edric Storm is definitely piloting the shield arm, and Stannis forms the head.
Oh, of course. Well, no, Stannis has to pilot Dragonstone. Or are you suggesting that young Griff Blackfire is piloting Dragonstone?
All of the above.
Okay, yeah. After Dragonstone gets destroyed, Stannis retreats back to his ancestral home of Storm's End, and he has, those ancestral memories come out, and he finds his way to the controls of Storm's End Castle. Yeah. Uh-huh. Zach, I think we cracked it.
I'm sold.
I think that it's very safe to say that Quentin Martell, who is alive, could fly back with Barristan and wield Sunspear. It's not called Sunspear because it's shaped like a spear, Zach. That would be stupid. Hold on, I can zoom in. Ah! Oh, no! Oh, no! Undo. It's fine.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's our show, everybody.
That's our show. That's for as much was packed in that theory, I'm surprised we got through it so quick.
Yeah.
We got it in under an hour.
Zach, are you going to go see the new Pacific Rim movie? House of the Dragon?
Yes, I'm going to watch House of the Dragon, the new Pacific Rim series on HBO.
Yeah, I like that they haven't spoiled the giant robots in the trailers. They do that a lot.
Oh, man.
Goodbye,
if there's
everybody.
actually giant robots in the House of Dragon, we called it first.
Yeah, we
Bye,
did.
everyone.
You tell your friends we called it first. Storm's End is a mech, as is Moat Cailin. I think that Theon is going to drive it. However, if you want to make the argument that it's actually going to be Mira Reed, I would also accept that. I would accept that too. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Bye, folks.
Goodbye.